Hello, it's me, McBack, back once again with another episode of Alchemy Factory. Okay, so last episode we got this situation set up here. We're producing salt and extra sand, and now we are making growth potions. We almost got the 100 we need for our quest. I've got a bunch of powder in here as well that can fill this stuff up a little bit better. So let me just throw this stuff, if I can, into there. Beautiful. Yeah, my inventory's become a mess. But right now, it looks like we need, in order for this to be better, we're getting a reasonable amount of chamomile powder. But we could double this situation up fairly easily to make more. And then we are probably needing more clay powder. We're also needing more salt. Like the salt situation is not adequate. We're not making any. Yeah, we're out of brine already. So we definitely need more salt. So what I'm thinking is there is another method to making salt, which is quicklime powder and charcoal powder, which is significantly cheaper and does produce sand as well, and an aphanor. Right, so quicklime powder and charcoal powder are relatively easy to make. So what I think we can do, let's try and enhance this. We're still waiting also for our first diamond over here. It's taken a while. We're at this stage right now. We're waiting for one more polished crystal to get in here. Actually, no, 3 more polished crystals to get in here. But that's also where we can use the sand. So sand will be good. So let me first start by replicating this situation a wee bit, or remedying this situation. It might be the better use of words there. So if I go there, I think I have some on me. Yeah, throw that in there. That's gonna go there. These guys are gonna go there. And then easiest way to do this, we'll just use 2 of these guys, and that will fill this in. And then we need to go buy 2 chamomile flowers. What is this set on? That's already set for that. They are 6 silvers each, but one-time purchase. It's all good. It's all good. All right, so that goes there. That goes there. Oh, we forgot to grind it. Forgot to grind it. Okay, so that's there. And then you, sir, get ground as well. And then can come over to this side. You're too close together for a bridge, right? Bridge is, I think, 4 spaces. Yeah, all right. So we'll just have to do this and then throw some blocks in there. Nice, okay, so that's gonna help that. Clay powder. We'll do, okay, so next we will need then is more stone, because we're going to make quicklime. So we're going to make more stone crushers. And they're going to be like here-ish. Right, we'll need portal bits for that after, but for now we'll just grab stone from over here. My inventory is full as usual. I just throw a few things that I don't really need in here. Come back. This stuff will be useful in a little while. Right now, rocks are more useful. All right, so we got some rocks. These are going to make stones, and then the stones need to get cooked up. So we grab. Where is our stove here? The big stove. We want the big stove. I also have to make these cauldrons too now. I don't know what those do. Did I remember to leave some bolts aside? I don't think I did. I don't know what these cauldrons do. What do these cauldrons do? Needs to go on a heating service. Okay. Let me. I just don't know what they make. I'm just kind of curious if it has like recipes on it. But yeah. Anyways, we need to burn this rock first. So we'll throw this on here, And then this cauldron, like, what do you do? Do you do something better or worse than other things? You're huge. What do you make? What do you make? Does it say a traditional alchemy device that takes any 3 materials and refines them into one unknown material? Interesting. Okay. Well, we'll play with that later, I guess. For now, we need our new stacking crucibles. Yes. We're going to stack you up. So, got 1, 2, 3, 4. And we've got, what is this? Oh, it's always that odd number, right? I always forget about that. All right, so these guys go into there. These guys are going to go into there. Like that. That's going to fill these guys up. It just needs some heat. And then over here... Oh, out of nails. Dang it. All right, we're going to go find nails. Where are my nails? Where are the nails? Nails, nails, nails. Where are the nails? I have no idea where I keep nails. Am I selling nails? Am I not selling nails? Yeah, I am. They're over here, right? Oh yeah, they're over on this side, I think. Oh yeah, that's right. They're here, right. So many things going on, I have no idea. Can't remember where I set anything up in the past. All right, so these go here. This goes here, this goes here. All right, so that should maximize as much as we can from there. And then this needs to get ground. So if I just put some boxes in front of this, okay, that's what's gonna feed that. And then how long does this take to heat those? I don't know. We can fill this up with coke powder for now. Yeah, perfect. And then these take 6 seconds to make quicklime. It's quicklime powder I needed, right? Let me just double check. Quicklime powder, yeah, quicklime powder. So I do need to break them down. So these take 6 seconds, and then the quicklime powder crafted over here, it takes 6 seconds to grind it with a regular grinder, right? So that's going to take 6 seconds. That takes 6 seconds. Okay, cool. So that's easy. So that just goes like that. Okay, so these we don't really necessarily need. So there's our quicklime powder. And then we need, okay, so then these are going to go into, so the quicklime and charcoal powder is going to go into an aphanor. Okay. So this is actually going to be a bit of a split thing, right? So we're going to have another one here. And we're going to have another one over here somewhere where the wood will be. That's going to go like that. And that's going to go like that. Is that going to be too close? No, perfect. Okay. Cool. So we just need to get coke powder over there. Over here, we're going to put aphanors. Like 3 aphanors, right? And then over here is going to be kind of the same setup as this. Oh, I think I could just copy this over. Excuse me? Okay, there we go. So I think we can just copy this right in here. I'm short 1 steel. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, we'll go get some steel. We'll fix that up. Steel is over here. Yeah, because this is going to be basically identical except with wood. Fantastic. Oh, I should have copied all this stuff too. Dang it. Okay, so I just replicated that system, and now I need to make some wood cutters here, which will go somewhere over here. Hopefully 4 is enough. Yeah, so that's going to go in there. We need to hook up some coke powder, and we need to set these recipes to being salt, right? Okay. And then these just need, yeah, they need the quicklime powder and that to come through here. Good stuff so far. Okay, so quicklime powder is hooked up now into these guys, so that's good. And then we need to hook up this stuff into a similar way over here as well. Which we're going to use a bunch of these guys. All right, so this is just getting fixed up now. So that goes into there. That all goes into there. This all comes out there. So that's where you get your charcoal from. I just need to load these guys up with some wood. So we'll go back over to our little purchasing portal here. We'll grab some logs, which are cheap. Grab some logs, which is great. All right, just throw some logs on here. Get more later. So those are going to go in here. Next, we've got to ignite this thing, which you have some powder. So I'm going to grab that for now. So that will create charcoal powder. Yeah, there's the charcoal powder going in. Perfect. That's all going to come in here and make 33% salt and 67% not salt. Sand. And that's all going to flow out this way. So we will just shoot it all out over here. With, you guessed it, a cannon. And then we'll filter it once it gets over here. Yeah, all of this is done now. Yeah, did we get a diamond yet? We did not get a diamond yet. Still no diamond. Still no diamond. Can I even afford any of that stuff? I can't afford it. Okay. Yeah, which means our potions have stopped working because we're not making any of this stuff. So this will help supplement that slightly. As soon as I set this on fire. All right, so that's going to go there. These are then going to get transported over here, like right here, at which point we will filter them using the same filter that we have here. All right, that's going to come out there. You are going to fire over there. That will give me sand, supplemental sand coming out over there. And then salt coming out over here, which we can then just kind of like run it into these systems here. That actually worked out quite nicely. Sweet. Okay. So that should be good. Oh, we just need to get this guy loaded up with coke, which we have some coke right here. Where are you coming from? You're coming from this distribution, but you're not. Oh, okay. So I had something here, I guess, before. I think that was from my other experiment with copper and diamonds and stuff like that. But that's okay. We'll reuse it. We will reuse it. Oh, what happened here? It was built, and then it wasn't built. All right. So that is going to go into here. And that will keep that fed. Fantastic. And then if we need, we have charcoal and quicklime powder over here, which we would want to have for clay? Yeah, because I guess clay powder is the only thing more we can make, right? And clay is sand. But I'd rather send all the sand to make an eventual diamond, right? It's taking so long, this process. Oh my goodness, so much sand. So much sand to make this. All right, we can buy one of those. All right, we can grab these and we can go do our quest. So that's good. And then we'll get a nice little level up and it'll be great. It is 3 o'clock in the morning right now. We're delivering this quest. 200 silvers for that. Fantastic. That unlocks lavender seeds and quartz ore, which is going to be another way for us to make diamonds, I think, right? 44 silvers for one, though. Fair enough. This guy's asking for... Yeah, we haven't started working on those yet. Oh, and salt. Yeah, I don't think we have the salt yet. We've only got 70 salt here. Yeah, we do have money to get more salt, though, so that's good. Oh, end of the day. All right, so we get more salt going. I need to connect all of these guys to money. And I need 1, 2, 3, I need 8 more portals over here. So let me go grab those as well. Portals. Right here. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We need it. Fantastic. Okay. So now we can make these. Set this to be wood. I always forget to like easier to make one and then set the set it and then copy it, right? Nice. All right. And those are going to need to be fed. Gonna need to be fed. They're gonna be hungry little boys. All right, and then yeah, I'll grab that over there. We need to set up these guys as well, which means doing this so that we can hopefully start filling these automatically, although I don't know if we have enough income to do it, but we'll try. All right, I'm just setting up a cannon over this way. Can you reach all the way there? Oh, you can. Nice. Okay, that's easier. And then, yeah, you are firing. Are you the one that goes back into the regular system here? I think so, right? This is the one that like brings all the money back in to go back around again. I'm pretty sure that's the case. Okay. So you who are firing there are instead going to fire over here. That's fine. We'll fix the rest up later. But that will start shooting coins out this way eventually once we make them. If we can make them. We're selling a lot of stuff. Can we do any of these quests? Not yet, right? Not until we get that. And then this one is going to be the blast potion. Crazy. All right. We would have also have gotten a bunch of new stuff to unlock. Yeah, wow. Okay. We've got an alembic, which costs 43 silvers just to research it. Holy crud. Holy crud. Okay. We also have black powder. Interesting. We need lots of salt. Oh, wait, that's not made of salt. What is that made of? That's made of sulfur and what? So, sulfur powder, which is, yeah, these big expensive rocks make at the iron smelter. Okay, and get ground down. Okay, so we burn that, and that makes more iron. Interesting. So we can kind of replace our iron with sulfur, essentially, and just filter it out. But this is lime water. Oh, that's from the quicklime. Okay, well, we do have extra quicklime. So that's good. Charcoal powder and quicklime powder. Oh, so this actually... I didn't actually read what I was supposed to make out of that, but that actually helps this. Why aren't you being fed any charcoal powder? You are now. It's just not enough. I think it's a case where there's just not enough. No, why is this all blocked up again? This row here is not doing anything. It's all blocked here. Okay. So we will send some over there. Or not from here, right? Yeah, it's not going to work from here. It's not going to work. It's going to have to come from over here. That should help. All right. Yeah, that should help. Okay. So now that should start getting fed and start burning again. Let me just get it kick-started here. This one, yeah, these are all out now. This one has lots. I think it's so funny. I can just like stand on top of these things even though they're burning hot, supposedly. Okay, so these should hopefully start filling now. Yeah, they're starting to fill now. Okay. Okay, but we do have stuff here we can use then for making this stuff, for making lime water. So that's good. They are for making black powder, I should say. Right, we're just making an advanced blender as well. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Have we got a diamond yet? No, we're in the last stages. We almost have a diamond. Absolute insanity. Yeah, and we're making these potions too. We can start selling these. That would probably make sense to do. Space for them somewhere, and my store needs to get expanded soon. We need to start thinking about making a bigger spot. I also have this gem thing that's for malachite that we're not making anymore. Should start making those again. So many things to do. So many things to do. But I think black powder we can sell and we can burn. It's significantly more heat value than anything else that we have. Like this is 660. This is 660. This is 3600. Or this is like 700. Yeah, this is like 3 times more powerful. It takes a lot of charcoal powder though. And sulfur powder. Okay, so sulfur powder. Let's see if we can sulfur powder. So over here is where our iron is going, which is fine. It has a sufficient, yeah, we have an overflow of iron, mostly. Right, because we're back. Yeah, we've got a huge amount of iron. So we can maybe switch these to be sulfur producing, which would mean we need to then filter out over here somewhere the sulfur. Oh, and I've made this in such a bad way to be able to do that, huh? We're gonna have to like rebuild this box. Yeah, we're gonna have to rebuild this box. So let me grab everything from here, put it in there. Gonna have to take that out. Yeah, take that out. Then we're gonna need to put a filter down here. And the top filter will be, is it pyrite ore? No. It's gonna be sulfur. Sulfur is gonna come out there. These guys are gonna go in here. My box of iron for my yeah, so that can go, so we don't want this anymore. We just want those to go in there. And then my box of iron will come here, like that, and like that. All right, and then this can go, and we can throw everything except for one stack in there. Cool. And then, yeah, and then we kind of just do that for now. I don't know why sometimes it doesn't build when you let go of the button. Yeah, so we do that for now. That's where the sulfur will go. And then we just put a platform here and we can send it where we need to send it. And then meanwhile, you guys become pyrite ore, which is very expensive. But that's fine. Why can't I click on you? Okay. You become pyrite ore, so we just kind of repurpose this into that. Fantastic. Okay, so eventually this will burn through, and we will have that coming in. Good stuff, and that actually makes this a lot better anyways, right? Yeah, this is a smoother system for that. And we still get all the nails we need. Okay, so that solves for that. The other thing we just got access to as well is this stuff, which basically makes crude shards. Okay, they cost 44 silvers though each. They do make 80 crude shards though. Yeah, so that can enhance our diamond production a little bit. Possibly. Because crude shards are... I don't even know where they start. Where do the crude shards start? folks. These are the crude shards. Okay, crude shards are going in here. So where this box is, that's a crude shard box. Okay, that's helpful to know. Do I bother with these things? I guess so, right? I guess it'll eventually pay for stuff. Every diamond we make, it pays for one of those elements, right? Yeah. Seems to make sense. Because we need the money. We desperately need money. Those going. Every diamond sells for 100 silvers. But it's going to take so much. It takes so much to get in there. Let's see here. Let me just build. Yeah, we can build like 2 of these guys here. And I'll go and I'll buy 2 of those incredibly expensive items, which is these guys. Quartz ore. 44 silvers. My goodness. Is this like the most expensive stuff we can buy now? Is there more expensive things here? Meteorite. 20 golds. What? Insane. All right. And we put the quartz ore on here. And then we simply need to deliver the quartz ore. The outcome of the quartz ore is just going to be, yeah, it's just crude shards, which we can just send over this way. Oh, it's going to be a problem over here, though. Hang on. We need to change this a little bit, because that's where our diamonds are going to come out of. Yeah, that's fine. And what we'll do instead is I will put a box here that goes like that. And then we just connect that. And that way I can throw these in there. All right, now we got crude shard production. Sweet, so that should enhance this greatly. At least for a short period until these run out and I can't afford to make anymore. All right, but now we might be able to get our first diamond. Yeah, so that's going in there. Yeah, so we're gonna wait here and we're gonna get a diamond. We just need to get one more adamant then, and then we'll have a diamond. Okay, folks, I think this is it. We have one piece that went in there, so this is gonna run. And then, yeah, there's our adamant, and our adamant's going to come in here, and then it's going to spin around again, and then finally, we have our first diamond. It took forever. We got our first diamond. Look at it. It's beautiful. And it sells for 100 silver. Yeah, and we'll probably get a couple more in a little while. This is like the most ridiculous build ever, but it is what it is. These are at 48%. These make 80 crude shards. Yeah. Huh. Yeah, if we could produce copper better, we could make more, but it like the copper powder, making copper is probably the most difficult thing we've come across, I think, in this game. Like to sustain the copper has been fairly difficult. Takes so many different resources and timings to get it going. We're at a stage though where we're now about to start like holding. Yeah, we're like actually have spare, so that's good. Well, let's go put our diamond in the shop. And yeah, we're gonna go in here. We're gonna throw a diamond in there. One little diamond, and it's almost the end. It's middle of the night, but the diamond is in there. All right, folks. Well, we're now a diamond shop. We're officially a diamond shop. Let me know down in the comments if you want to continue seeing more of this series. There is still some more stuff to go in here. We are now level 7. So the next thing is the blast potion, and then there's still level 8, level 9, before we can actually become a master down here, an alchemy master. So let me know if you want to continue on with this one. It's going to be a lot more of me just figuring out all these different things and building new builds. We're going to have to expand as well. We're going to run out of space before we can get through this next zone. I think we're gonna have to build some walls and floors and whole new sequence of area. But yeah, let me know what you're thinking about this, and I'll see you guys down in the comments, and we'll see you in the next video. Let's close the shop.